All right, it is Saturday. Yesterday, Bitcoin got a move down towards the bottom trend line of its channel. It seems like those medium-term time frames, ran their course. I said they were looking pretty bearish at the time, the last time I looked at them. The 24-minute was not showing strength. The money flow was getting thicker at the time. And ultimately the money flow had to spend some more time in the red. Price came down a little bit. We wicked down below this channel, which, for a few seconds there, I thought we were going to break out. But, Bitcoin recovered. We got back up inside the channel. And right now, money flow on these medium-term time frames is definitely starting to turn around. On the 24-minute, you see nice curvature to the upside. It is about to cross into the green. The 12-minute, you can see decent direction. We had better direction beforehand, like right here. That was much better direction than, if you want to say like this is the direction, go, to this wave. Prior it was looking a little bit better. Like when price was right here, the 12-minute was definitely looking a little bit more bullish, but money flow got like another turn to the downside. But still, you see direction, money flow on the 12-minute increasing, and price actually has come up to put in a local higher high, so beginning some sort of a local uptrend here. Now, I'm not going to run through the higher time frames much because, they're still kind of all over the place. 4 hours looking kind of bullish, kind of bearish. Same with the 3. Who knows what's going on with the higher time frames. I guess this is kind of interesting. The 1 hour money flow is now crossing back into the green. Did we have... No, we did not have divergences on the 1 hour. Did we have any divergences as we put in that low, though? Not on the 24-minute. Yeah, no, it does not look like we had many divergences as we put in that low. But still, we are seeing things turn around afterwards. Money flow is increasing on most time frames. The 6-minute, there's direction there. It's definitely not the strongest direction, but it's there. Money flow right now is kind of curving to the downside again. So in terms of market cipher, we're kind of where we were at yesterday, except now some of the medium-term time frames are looking a little bit more bullish, you can say, at least in terms of the money flow creeping to the upside. And since we have gotten this drop now, there is new levels to pay attention to. There's new trading plans that we can make, and so I'll just be going over the key levels that I see right now. So first, I guess we'll talk about support first because it seems like the 6-minute is kind of turning back to the downside. Maybe we get like one last move down, potentially retest this trend line again before, maybe we see the 24-minute start to work its way up into the green. And I'm really just seeing a couple, decent potential scalp levels, nothing super crazy. I would probably be aware of this 0.5 fib and the point of control of this larger range. Because right now this also can line up with that bottom trend line if we come back for another test. If we come back down here, we can hit off all three of those at the same time. Not the juiciest level, but it is a scalp potential, I would say. Especially if we see absorption heading into that level, which I really haven't checked order flow much today. So, let's go ahead and refresh that, just see if that's a possibility. So this is coming in at 27,390. So where would that be? That'd be all the way down here. So, in order for us to form absorption, we would probably want to see CVD get down below this low if we're going to be making a higher low into that 0.5, which is like right around there. So, we have potential there. Not seeing anything super juicy. We're not seeing a lot of shorts open up at the moment. In fact, right now we are just seeing a lot of shorts close their positions, and this is actually something I noticed last night. Very interesting, but if you see right here, after we got that move down towards the bottom trend line, as price started to bounce up here, we saw a massive amount of short positions close out. Whether it was one guy or gal closing their massive short here, or if it was a bunch of people deciding to close their shorts at the same time, we saw open interest go from 475 million to 448 million, 449 we'll round up, in about 10 minutes. In about 10 minutes here, we saw like 25 million worth of shorts close, which if you really zoom out, that is like not something that happens often. Back here we saw millions of positions close, but these were longs getting stopped out. Those were not people, consciously deciding to close their short positions as price got to move down. So, the fact that somebody closed this much worth of shorts after, we got that bounce from that bottom trend line shows that, that person or those people think that that was some sort of bottom and are no longer betting on the price going down. They are not betting on the price breaking out of this channel. And that is just something interesting I saw. With all those shorts closed out, that is, less pressure pushing price to the downside. So, that can give us confluence if we're expecting a move to the upside here. But in terms of absorption, it's still possible if we get a move down to that 0.5. If we see a lot of shorts come in here, maybe, these guys, those guys that were holding shorts this whole time, might decide that they want to fill up long positions. And they would need some people to be marketing short in order to do that, most likely. So locally, that's one level I'm watching. Also, the golden pocket has some nice confluence around it as well. We have a value area low of the larger range, this daily level, and we could get one more wick down below this channel. We did it once, so who says we can't do it twice? Get another wick down there, and maybe get a bounce from this level of confluence. But those are just some scalp ideas. Definitely not anything I would preset limit orders on. I'd want to see what order flow is looking like, what market cipher is looking like as we approach these levels. So, I will set alerts at them. And that's pretty much all of the longs I'm looking at the moment. Like I said, if we're going to break out of this channel to the downside, I don't know how interested I would be in longs. We could get a scalp from this liquidity grab here. Maybe that can give us a nice bounce. But I don't know if it would be a sustained move. It might just be, a quick little in and out type thing. Because if we're going to be breaking out of there, we may see, the 4 hour and some of those other higher time frames that are really seeing the money flow bleed out. We might see those kind of run their course, and we might go on a little downtrend here just to kind of retrace and consolidate. But in terms of levels to the upside, there are some juicy levels that I'm seeing. So, first we have an NDPOC up here right around 28,000. I have an alert set there because that could give us a nice bounce, but I couldn't really find much confluence around this level, other than you can say it is a decent support resistance level. We found support on it right there, some sharp resistance right there, some sharp support right there. So price has bounced off this level plenty of times. Support right there with that wick, some support here, you could say. So there is a good chance that this level may be reactive, and maybe we can get a little scalp off of it. But really the golden pocket is the first level that I am really interested in, and reason being, if you go to the 4 hour time frame, the point of control of this larger range shifts drastically compared to the 1 hour. The 1 hour, the point of control is all the way down here. So, you can see on the 1 hour the, high volume that we have up in this area. But, for some reason, when you switch time frames, the point of control shifts as well. And it lines up perfectly with that golden pocket. The point of control is right in the middle of the golden pocket. So off the bat, that is some interesting confluence. Again, not the juiciest. I definitely prefer when there's a golden pocket at a value area high as opposed to a point of control, because point of control isn't really defining high or low for you. It's just defining a level where there's been a lot of volume. It can still give you a good reaction, and you still can get good trades off the point of control, but I would prefer if it was a value area high. But there is some other confluence around this level, and that is the previous day value area high. So let's go to a smaller time frame here, And a lot of people like marking out the previous day volume levels. So, for that, you can just turn on the session volume profile tool on TradingView, the same tool I use to get my NDPOCs, which for some reason right now is showing this NDPOC as being a bit higher than I had it marked out. Let's see if I switch time frames, if that's accurate. Yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and leave the NDPOC right where it is, but just because of the support resistance that we have there. But I'll be aware that on the 1 hour it's a bit higher, so maybe we wick a little bit above this NDPOC. Anyways, a lot of people like marking out not just naked daily points of control, ones that haven't been tapped. People also like marking out previous day value area highs and lows and kind of treat it the same way as an NDPOC. If it's untapped, you may expect a reaction off of this level. And so the previous day value area high is lining up right with the 0.65 fib, right in our little box of confluence here. So yeah, this is definitely an area I will be watching, and I'll set an alert there. And right above that, we have another nice area of confluence. We have an untapped daily level from yesterday, I believe. I believe this is yesterday's untapped daily. Yeah, or yesterday's daily open. Now an untapped daily. And there's also a 786 right in that area, right around the value area high as well. These volume levels keep shifting on me, but I know on some time frames, like the 4 hour, the value area high is right in the middle of this box, and it is just in general the highs of this range. We've had plenty of wicks up above this area, and 2 moves above it that were both unsustainable. So this is the highs of the range as well. And then I still have these 2 ideas marked out, a potential SFP of these highs, either one of them, and this zone that we have up here, the untapped weekly, previous range, POC. And yeah, those are pretty much the resistance areas that I'm watching at the moment. And I gotta say, looking at this 4 hour now, with the context of the medium term time frames in mind, the fact that the 24-minute money flow is about to cross green, this wave right here is looking pretty decent. We're seeing money flow really get a turn to the upside here as we're printing this green dot. So I do think there is still potential that we get that weekend pump, and that we may reach some of these resistance levels soon. Or if not, if we start to lose this channel, then we should know pretty quickly that, that is becoming much more unlikely. All right, well, I think that is about it for this one. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.